You want your business to be more efficient. You want to grow your company and make more money. Well, understanding processes will help you do that. Now, here's something really important to know about processes. Welcome to the channel. My name is Rosh. This channel is all about helping you find your USC, Unique Success Combination. And hey, if you want to follow along at home, there's a download in the description below and you can check that PDF out and understand what we are all about here. In today's video, we're talking about processes. Processes are an important part of making your business more efficient and profitable. So what is a business process anyway? Well, in my view, it's a series of actions or activities or steps that you take along the way to reach a goal or a conclusion or a result that either you or your client desires. Now, the big process that we all engage in as business owners is actually the process of earning the new customer and the customer experience, all the way from learning about your business through to the point in which they make a purchase. And the process even continues beyond that with follow-up and additional purchases. So, how can you improve that process? How can you make it more efficient for both you and your customer? When you do that, you can make more money and actually scale your business better than if you just let it happen naturally. So as you may be aware, our success combination is 7, 5, 3, 1, and the 3 represents processes. The 7 has to do with income, the 5, the number of people who surround you, and the 1 has to do with channel building. And so if you want to start at the beginning of this series, you might want to do that, or check out those videos, or even watch all these videos again, because I have a feeling you're going to learn a little bit more each time you watch them, especially in a video like this, because you may not be thinking about processes very often, but you need at least 3 good processes. For some companies, you may need more, but in this video, we'll talk about 3 main ones and then maybe a few others that you might want to consider. Now, the first process I recommend you start with is the one I already mentioned, and that is the journey from introduction to your company all the way through the sale. What do customers or even non-customers do when they go through the process of considering purchasing your product or service? And what are the steps to purchase? Is it really easy to do business with you? And that is the first thing I want to ask myself. And I say, ask yourself, is it easy to do business with you? Why is that? Does the customer have to take a lot of steps? Now, sometimes it's important for there to be some key steps along the way. Some to qualify people so you're not just getting tire kickers, but also to make sure that the person is really someone who wants your product or needs your service. It's also important to make sure that they are ready to buy now and that you are ready to serve them well. Are you noticing any pain points along the way in the customer journey? Is there something you are not doing really well? It's the thing that people complain about, customers complain about. In some cases, it has to do with your industry. There are just standard things people complain about in your industry. Is there something that you can do to fix that to help you rise above the competition? One way to really understand what might be broken in your process, your sales process, your marketing process, or just your overall customer journey process, well, take the time and purchase from you. If you're an online store, try to purchase from you. Was it really easy? Was everything obvious and seamless? If you at any point had to think, well, they'll figure that out, or it may have taken me a moment, but I'm sure most people understand that you have to do. No, stop there. Anytime you think people ought to figure it out or they should understand, you are wrong. You are delaying. You are losing opportunities from possibly really good customers. Now, if you're a one-person shop, then maybe have a friend or family member try to purchase from you. Obviously, it's just the process of finding you and then calling you, and then you go through the steps that you would take to qualify them as a new customer. Have them give you a little honest feedback, and you just might be surprised at what they find. Now, as I mentioned, the overall process is important to understand from beginning to end, but you need to break some of the key processes out, such as the sales process that we just mentioned. Make sure it's easy and easy to do business with you. But then sometimes some companies have logistics. What are the logistics of getting your product and delivering it to the customer? Are there some areas that you need to work on? Now, one process I think a lot of businesses need to work on is the follow-up process. How are you following up with your prospects? How long does it take for you to turn around a phone call, an email, or a quote? Is it taking too long? Are you losing business because there's a backlog? Is there something you need to do to make the process go a little bit smoother? But also follow up after the sale. You can make a lot more money by keeping in touch, keeping good communication with your customers, because these are people who have purchased from you. They know you, they like you, they trust you. We've heard that a million times before. And these are the people who are most likely going to purchase or buy from you, whether product or service, from you again. So what's your financial process? Believe me, this is something I'm always working on, trying to streamline things, making sure that when a customer needs to be invoiced, they are invoiced, and the collections of money owed. I mean, these are processes that you need to continuously try to improve. Sometimes they're just little fixes and sometimes they're major fixes. Make sure that you have everything in your financial system documented and everything is done properly. And sometimes things get messed up. Things get broken in the system, especially when there are multiple departments, multiple people, and people aren't going through the process of turning in receipts, reporting new customers, letting you know when there's a completed job. There are a number of different processes in the financial process alone. So look for the areas that may be broken so you can have a more efficient company. And again, in this situation, definitely make more money. Now, you may not be ready for this quite yet, but maybe you are. Maybe you're in the middle of the process of hiring good new employees. Maybe you need more people. What is your process for finding good candidates? And what is your process for actually hiring them, onboarding them? And of course, the best and most important process when it comes to your people, what's your process of keeping good quality employees as well as contractors on your team? Now, here's something really important to know about processes. Sometimes you need to ditch certain processes. Not every process is helping your business. Sometimes there's a process that is put in place because one time things went wrong, but it rarely happens, but once in a while it does. And so we put a process in place that actually slows the whole system down. Sometimes processes are the problem to an efficient company. I like to say that accountants, they can save a company and they can kill a company because they like to go through and look at the numbers, and they don't always understand that it's not just the numbers, it's about people. And the same thing has to do with processes. Processes can make your business much more efficient. Unfortunately, too many processes can clog up the profitability of your company. Hey, it's the lamp. We haven't had the lamp in the shop for a while. So what processes are you using? Are you using processes in your business? Yes or no? Let me see that in the comments below. And if you want, expand, share some of the processes that you think you need to work through. Remember, as part of our ultimate success combination, our unique success combination, we want to find 3 good quality processes right now to improve our business. Now, over time, you may add more, but remember, we don't want too many. We want just a nice balance of processes that make it really easy for you to do business with people and for people to do business with you. Hey, if you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up to let other people know it's a good video. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and then hit the bell icon so you're notified when I go live to answer your questions on Mondays.